Hey everyone, welcome to the video. These are some more cards that I sent in with my first SGC submission. You can see the Mariners cards that I sent in the other video. But these ones are all tennis cards. So these are 13 different tennis cards that I'm sending in. They're all PC cards. High grades would be nice. I'm not really expecting that. Realistically, for mid to upper grades on most of these. So the first two are Sports Illustrated for Kids. Pretty recent, so they're both from 2019. This first one's Coco Golf. It'd be nice if it graded a 3 to a 5. That would make it actually worth quite a bit. But I'm more realistically looking for an authentic. It looks like some of the perforated edges may have been trimmed a little bit by whoever I bought it from on eBay. So for SGC, there's 8 graded, a 6, 5, 2, 4.5, 4, 3, 2, and an authentic. There's 57 graded actually with PSA. There's only 3 9s and 10 8s. Those ones are valued at quite a bit at the moment, and then there's none that I could find in the BGS Pop Report. This other one is Ash Barty, who retired earlier this season, pretty early in her career. There's only 1 graded with SGC and none graded with PSA or BGS. I think she's down the line going to be looked at pretty fondly, looking back, even though she had a pretty short career. She won 3 majors after playing cricket for a while. She gave up tennis to play professional cricket, got bored with that. Played tennis, won French Open, Australian Open, and Wimbledon, and decided to call it a career. So I think this could be a pretty cool card. This next one is another Sports Illustrated for Kids, but it's from the original set. In 1989, it's Yvonne Lendl, another guy that has quite a few majors. There's only 1 graded with SGC, and it's a 6. I think this one realistically has a shot to hit that or beat it. PSA has 6 graded. There's a 9, 2 8s, a 7, a 5, and a 4. This is another one that I think could have some sneaky value. For the most part, the rest of them I don't think are going to amount to much, with a couple exceptions. So this next one, the Bryan twins. If you know Bob and Mike Bryan, they're arguably the best doubles team of all time. This is the Netpro International Series from 2003. There's only 5 graded with PSA. This is one of the biggest tennis sets, and a couple other ones you'll see from this set. Netpro International Series is a variation on the base set, the Netpro base set, which you can see like the Serena Williams going for pretty high values. This one I just thought was cool. They're both surefire tennis Hall of Famers, and no one really cares about doubles except for me, it seems like. I'm hoping to get maybe an 8 or a 9 on this one. This next one is a Netpro Elite 2000. So this is basically the same version as the previous one, except for it's a version that was limited in print run to 2000. This is Juan Carlos Ferrero. He won 1 major, but I think he's going to get some more traction as the coach of Carlos Alcaraz, as he's having a pretty good start to his young career. There's actually 3 graded copies with PSA, none with SGC or BGS, but there's 3 10s and 1 9. I would be happy with a 9 on this one. Next up, Sloane Stephens, who's kind of like a sneaky one of the better USA women tennis players of recent years, other than Serena. This is the Leaf Ultimate Queens of the Court Silver Foil Parallel, which is serial numbered to 25 and is number 25 of 25. There's only 1 graded. It's graded pretty low. You can see there's quite a bit of chipping on this one. And I'm guessing that was probably an issue with the 1-7. It's graded with PSA also. I'd honestly be happy with anything from a 5 to a 6. And I'm hoping that auto gets a 10. It's a really cool looking auto. Next up, Andy Murray, Sir Andy Murray. I think you could argue he's the 4th best tennis player of this generation. This is Leaf Sport Heroes from 2016. I'm looking to get like an 8 to a 9 on this one. It's one of the thick card stocks. So I think the edges on this one might not be pristine. There's 1 graded for PSA, and it's a 10. These next 4 are from a set that I really like. It's an insert set from the 2006 Ace Authentic series, and it's the Center Court Royalty Material insert. So all of these have match-used tennis balls and sweat towels, which I don't think there's really any other material cards like them. So this first one's Anastasia Miskina. I've been looking to get at least 1 graded card of every Grand Slam champion in my PC. So this is one that I thought would be pretty cool for that. So this is technically the base of the insert, which is serial number to 250. There's only one graded with PSA, and it's a 6. So these are pretty hard to get in high grade. This next one's Kim Clijsters, who had a sneaky good career as well. This one's the gold parallel of the card, so it's serial number to 50. There's one SGC copy graded, and it's graded to 7. There's also one PSA copy, it's graded than 8. Neither of those have BGS copies graded. This next one, I think, is probably the second most valuable card that I have from this one. It's in really good shape. The Kim Clijsters, this one has a pretty big wrinkle on it, so I'm looking to get maybe a 4 or a 5. There's no possibility of a high grade. This next one's Rafael Nadal. It's the base, serial number to 250. There's 3 PSA copies graded, 9 and 2 8s, and then 2 BGS copies, 8 and an 8.5. This one I thought was really interesting. They have his country as being Russia and not Spain on the back. If you look on eBay on some of these, it'll say that it's an error. The error doesn't make it more valuable if all of them have that mistake on it. This one, I think this could have quite a bit of value in it if it grades relatively high. And then the last one of this Ace Authentic Center Court Royalty Materials is Roger Federer. I don't know how I got this one for so cheap. I bought it for about $10 on eBay, and it's the gold parallel, so there's only 50 of them. Somehow there's one graded with PSA that's an 8, and then 4 BGS copies, 3 7.5s, and a 5. There aren't many of these graded at all in terms of this whole insert set, but this one looks very, very sharp, and I think has a good chance at maybe an 8 or a 9, and maybe an outside chance at a 10. I think that the Rafael Nadal and the Roger of these copies they look really good in my hand. I'm not sure how SGC will see them. These last two are an insert set from 2016 Leaf. So this one's a National Pride Autographs. It's a purple variation for Victoria Azarenka. Sorry, it's a pink variation of Victoria Azarenka. Serial number to 10. Azarenka, another Grand Slam champion. There's somehow 2 of these graded. There's with PSA, there's a 10 and a 9. So I have one of those 7 other copies that are out there, I guess. The edges and corners look pretty good on this one, but there's a little bit of grime on the surface around the auto. There's not really much that you can do about that. I'm not gonna clean around the auto, really. There's no way to get it off without putting the auto in jeopardy. And this last one is Leaf Metal Fast to Serve Autographs. And it's a pink variation of John Isner, also serial number to 10. There's one graded with PSA, and it's graded to 10. John Isner, he has a couple titles. He's arguably one of the best American men of the past decade or so. With like Tiafoe and Fritz coming up as the new kids on the block. But Isner's he's been around for a while, and he's arguably the best server of all time. So I think it's a pretty cool card to have in my PC. So I'll follow up when I get these cards back. Thanks for watching.